Hey everyone, it's your favorite political innovator here, David Washington. We are 2 days out from 2 days from the Florida primary election. And I just want to do a quick take. Hey, our two official candidates in the Jane Washington portfolio lost their elections. And am I sad about it? A little bit. Not really sad, but I mean, this is business. However, I've learned a lot, and it's brought me a little bit closer to the dynamics of Central Florida politics. As a matter of fact, state politics. And in the future, I'll go into that. However, we're crunching some numbers. We realized some things that were in place or were not in place in these particular campaigns. And there's one takeaway that I want to highlight. I've already spoke about this in a group chat with some politicos and would-be politicos from around the world. And I mentioned five things, but I want to mention one specific point I made. And it's something that you've heard from me, whether it's on this platform or what, from the margins with Jimmy Avant that we just finished recording for August 20th, 2026, our primary review. Or, countertop politics, for sure. You've heard me talk about it on countertop politics. And it's when you follow the strategy, your chances of winning are that much more likely. And for one campaign, if we had a little bit more time, a few more resources, the outcome would have been much different. That campaign, Coffee Kennedy, outperformed other candidates who had similar judicial races. And although the final outcome is not what we wanted, I am happy to see how we got to where we were on Tuesday night and how we customized the strategy for the short period of time and the short amount of resources that were available to us to have the results that we had. Second, our second campaign, that of George Haas, who was running for Orange County Commissioner, District 8. Again, I look back at what we've preached here at Jane Washington over and over again. And I'm going to say it again because it really has to sink in, not just for anyone who's listening to this or watching this, but I have to put it out there in the universe. I really do. Because I see so much time and resources and good people failing spectacularly, and they don't need to. I see the same tired names running again and again and using the same playbook, expecting a different result and still losing. Representative Alan Grayson, I'm talking to you. But anyway, in regards to George Haas, despite the short period of time, the resources were available. However, George walked away from the strategy 2 weeks before the primary. So all of my associates and business partners who were involved in this, we're sitting back and we're wondering why. After numerous times discussing, again, when you follow the strategy, you are likely in a better position to win your campaign, your election. And the facts are there. The track record is there. The results are there. However, he walked away. And the third place showing proves that by not following through on the strategy, you fail. Is there a political future for George Hans? Maybe, maybe not. I'm more confident in Coffee Kennedy. It was a interesting election cycle, and it still is. There are races that I'm following. The information that we gleaned, that we have available from this past election primary, is going to bode well for our future activities in regards to the City of Orlando mayoral and city commissioner races in 2027. This particular primary is likely going to mirror, or let me put it this way, the 2027 mayoral and city commissioner election will likely mirror the dynamics of this primary. We have to extrapolate the city voters from the rest of the county voters. However, I think when I get there, we're going to see some interesting similarities. But we'll see. We'll keep you posted. Were there some surprises? Not really. Um, I think those who won, those who did not win, I think the percentages were interesting. Um, some careers ended on election night. Some careers, political careers, took off on Tuesday night. And we saw that Orange County, whether it's the judicial races or the primaries for state office, or even some of the county commissioner races, have moved more to the progressive left. So that's going to be interesting for Orange County because the more left you move, the more things are going to be preempted by Tallahassee. But again, that's a lesson to be learned, and we'll see how it plays out. But anyway, that's some quick, a quick take on the election. Someone's calling me. Oh, business partner. Um, we'll see. We'll see how things play out. But keep tuned to this station, as they used to say in the legacy media days. We'll be doing a post-mortem of both the Kennedy and Haas campaigns, and will record and broadcast one or both of them. So stay tuned to that. And again, if you find this information helpful or worth sharing, please share with your friends, family, those influencers in the wild, candidates and electeds, because the election cycle never ends, at least for us. And I'm already planning for 2028, believe it or not. And we've been asked by donors to help a candidate in Central Florida for the 2026 November election. So the sun does not rest for us. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. Tune in to our other podcast properties, Countertop Politics, From the Margins with Jimmy Alfont. This is the David Washington Show. Don't forget Ground Zero Florida and Battleground Correspondent. Quick takes on what's happening in the political world from the grassroots perspective. We'll see you the next time. God bless. Love you. Ciao.